Good evening to everyone. So this is awesome weather, and we'll be making and I will be telling you about a very important parable in Bible. The parable of the tenants. What is this parable of tenants is? What Jesus says, when he says a landowner has planted a vineyard and there is a boundary wall, and then there is a wine press, and then he says, okay, there is a watchtower. So what actually he means, what all these things actually signifies. See, when a teacher like Jesus says something, he says something, but the meaning is too deep. Probably best teachers are always simple. They tell you in exceptional simple words, okay, and they will make things beautiful. This is the quality of a best teacher. So when Jesus says that there was a landlord and a owner who has planted a vineyard, then he made a boundary wall, there is a wall around it, and then he says that there is a wine press, and then he says there is a watchtower. So what actually all these things signifies? Okay, and later on he says many other things. Now let us start. It's a very beautiful parable. Now we know that we are separated from God. Okay, that is a very natural thing. We are separated from the God. That's why there are sufferings in this world, because we are not connected to God. Okay, and I have told you where in this space there are doors. You can see my previous videos. Okay, now we'll discuss this wall, this vineyard. This vineyard is inside us. Okay, it is in our mind. This vineyard. Okay, the boundary wall is the wall which actually separates us from the Supreme. Okay, so this wall is there, which is separating our consciousness from universal consciousness. Make sure. Okay, so the owner or the Lord has made a wall. That's why we are separate from him. Okay, he's talking about this wall. Okay, and there are vineyards in which naturally there are vines are going to grow. Now what he says is there is a wine press. Inside our body, the mind is the vineyard. Okay, it has got so many trees and plants and branches and vines. Okay, and there are small tendrils going everywhere in this mind. Okay, so think about why he's talking about vineyards, why he's talking about wines. The reason is because grapes, there are tendrils with thin tendrils which are coiled. Okay, so the mind is also like this. Okay, so these vineyard actually, or this mind, it has numerous branches and thoughts everywhere. Okay, and we are thinking constantly about various things. Now what is being done is, inside our vertebral column, he has, in your spinal cord, he has the wine press is imbibed. Okay, so the wine press is down there inside our vertebral column, and it goes to the the tail vertebrae. It's imbibed down there. Okay, the seed is there on. Now when he talks about the watchtower, this watchtower is nothing but they are our eyes. Okay, so if you understood and think about this, it is somewhat like this. This parable says, focus here. Okay, this parable says that if this is a human being, the mind is the vineyard. Okay, so the mind can be compared to the plants or the vine. Okay, with numerous tendrils and branches everywhere. It is highly complicated. Now the wine press is in the vertebral column. At the tail vertebrae, what is going to happen is this is being imbibed. Okay, so this tail vertebrae, inside this, there is this wine press. And the next thing is your eyes. Okay, they are the watchtower. So this is how this parable can be explained, and what Jesus means to say. It goes like this: that this mind is the vineyard. Okay, the vertebral column and the spinal cord at the end there is the wine press, where is the seed lies, and the watchtower are your eyes. Fine. Now what he says, when the time is going to ripe, he is going to send someone, X, Y, Z. He sent one servant, they killed them, then he sent another, then he sent the son, and like this. Okay. And it goes on continuously. Okay. So what is going to happen is, ultimately, unless and until the Lord himself is going to come, okay, what he is going to do is, in this mind, there are the people who have actually captured your mind, these demons of mind, he is going to kill them, okay, and he's going to remove them, or he's going to kill them naturally, okay. And when these are killed, you are going to be one with the Lord, okay. So this is how this parable can be explained, that unless and until the Lord is not going to come himself, these demons are never going to get end, okay. They are not going to be put into a rest end. So to kill them, you have to enter, okay, the Lord has to enter, okay, you have to enter the Lord. So this is how this parable can be explained. Thank you.